what's next play. And we had a really good question here in our private group from James Miller about running team next play meetings. And so the purpose of these is you're meeting with your team one-on-one every week. You're coaching them, you're holding them accountable, you're providing them support, you're providing them training, you're leading, you're managing. But there comes a point in time, especially in sales, where the team comes in, right? Where you're creating a culture of camaraderie and working hard and doing it together with a common mission. And so, one of the things James asked here is, I'm on week 10 in the training and needed a little clarification on the game plan section of the team meeting. Would the play be per person or would it be the same for everyone? And this is a really good question. So when you're meeting individually, that's totally on a per person basis. When you're meeting as a team, it's still going to be per person. Everyone's going to have their own play, their own contribution to the team, their own thing that they're working on, right? Salesperson A is going to be different than salesperson B. One other thing to keep in mind are these team meetings are not also only for sales. Like if you have an administrator or sales ops, or you have sales engineers, or you have, so if you have multiple people within your organization that are part of your team, then they need to be here too. And just because they're not in sales doesn't mean they don't have KPIs. So anybody that's on your team, whether they're an assistant and they're answering phones, or they are an engineer, or anybody that's within the organization that's a part of your team needs to be there. And what's really important is that they all have KPIs. So James, as you're going around, everybody's going to have their own individual play, and everyone's going to also see the purpose of that person's play towards the common mission of the team. So if you have a sales team and not everybody, and everybody's a bunch of individuals, then you're going to have some people that do well. But you're going to have some people that aren't doing well. And, here's what I've learned. When you have a team, if everyone has their own reasons and their own whys for producing, for working hard, for showing up every day, for doing the hard things that nobody wants to do. And there's, money is one of them, right? Meaning is another. Growth or maturation is a big one. But what I've learned just from my sales teams and the clients that we worked with is that team is a huge one. If your team gets together and you're running these sessions and you say, look, John, why are you doing this? I'm doing this for Sarah. I'm doing this you're doing it for the team. And this is in sports, just like it is in business, right? And so these team sessions are an opportunity for everyone to see what everyone's working on, to learn from all the things that, to see that other people have the same challenges that they have, and to learn from other people and what they're doing. And on top of that, it's for the team to get together. And a lot of companies do happy hours and stuff like that. And that's fine and that's good. But these sessions are a chance for everyone to see that we're all in this together. We're all doing this together. We're all trying to, achieve the common goal for the team or the company, depending on your size, and that we're in it together. And so there's a lot of push to that. There's a lot of meaning to that. And I think it really gets lost if you're remote, if everyone's working from home, if you're not meeting as a team consistently on a weekly basis, and it just gets lost. And then people they lose purpose. Even if they have their own whys and their own individual purpose, there's nothing like being a part of a team and having purpose behind that team. And so it's a really good question, James. So that was a long-winded answer to a simple question, which is yes, everyone's going to have their own individual plays. And if they're not, and everyone should have the same KPIs unless, they're an engineer or they're an assistant or, there's someone else on, or they could even be on fulfillment side. Everyone has their own KPIs. Everyone has their own plays, and everyone can see that they're doing it to the betterment of the team. They're doing it for each other, right? And then on the one-on-ones, it's selfish. It's about them. It's about how you're going to help them succeed and achieve what they want. And then on the team side, the purpose is to help the team. So, James, hope this answered your question. For all of you that are watching right now, it's so important that you have these weekly sessions, and obviously there's a lot of power to it. So, hope that you're having an amazing week and that your team and sees the value.